Hello Kitty doll sitting on a shelf, smiling that blank eternal smile, and inside it, a human skull. To this day, the Hello Kitty murder case remains one of the most disturbingly brutal in modern history. This is the full reconstruction, every beat, every name, every horror. On March 17, 1999, Hong Kong Triad member Chan Man Lok and his accomplices kidnapped 23-year-old nightclub hostess Fan Man Yi. But to understand why, you need to go back further. Because Fan Man Yi's story didn't begin with a monster. It began with a child no one wanted. She was abandoned by her parents and raised in an orphanage. As a teenager with nowhere to go, Fan was forced into sex trafficking and became addicted to drugs. She eventually left that life, quit using, and got a job as a hostess, all to give her son something more stable. She was trying. She was genuinely trying. Then she made one desperate, fatal mistake. Fan Man Yi stole a regular customer's wallet. That act led to her kidnapping, murder, and decapitation. That customer was Chan Man Lok, a Wo Shing Wo Triad member already charged with drug trafficking. The wallet held roughly 4,000 Hong Kong dollars. Chan demanded she return the money plus an additional 10,000. Fan returned the stolen amount immediately but needed more time for the rest. Chan didn't give her that time. 3 men and a teenage girl abducted Fan from her apartment on March 17th. Among them, Chan himself, Lung Wai-lun, Lung Xingqiu, and 14-year-old grooming victim Lau Ming-fong. They dragged her to a third-floor flat on Granville Road, Tsim Sha Tsui, a busy, neon-soaked neighborhood where nobody would think to look. She was held there and tortured for more than a month. The weapons included metal pipes, kitchen utensils, hot wax, melted plastic, and spices. She was bound, she was starved, she was burned, she begged, and nobody heard her. Fan Man Yi died sometime between the 14th and 15th of April, 1999. Then came the cover-up. And this is where it gets even darker. Her body was sawed apart in a bathtub. Some pieces were fed to stray dogs, others thrown in the trash. They boiled the flesh from her skull, then stitched it inside a Hello Kitty mermaid doll. Her internal organs and a single tooth were stored in a refrigerator. Other parts were flushed down the toilet. They thought they had buried her completely. They were wrong. Now, if you were that 14-year-old girl trapped in that apartment, forced to witness all of it, would you have had the courage to go to the police, knowing what Chan Man Lok was capable of? Comment your answer below, because what Lau Ming-fong did next changed everything. In May of 1999, haunted by nightmares, she went to the police. She told officers she was plagued by the ghost of a woman bound with electrical wire and tortured to death. They brushed her off, dismissed it as dreams, teenage nonsense. She came back, she insisted, and this time, she told them exactly where to look. The dismembered remains of Fan Man Yi were found in 3 bags scattered around the flat and on a canopy on Granville Road. And on that shelf, that Hello Kitty mermaid doll, smiling. Inside, authorities discovered her skull sewn into the doll. Hong Kong had never seen anything like it. Chan Man Lok, Lung Xingqiu, and Lung Wai-lun were found guilty of manslaughter and unlawful imprisonment, not murder. The jury ruled the remains were insufficient to determine whether Fan was murdered or died from a drug overdose, but concluded her death was a direct result of the abuse inflicted on her. Justice Peter Nguyen stated, "Never throughout the years in Hong Kong has a court heard such cruelty, depravity, callousness, brutality, violence, and viciousness perpetrated by a human being or human beings on another human being." All 3 were sentenced to life imprisonment. Leung Xingqiu later reduced his sentence on appeal and was released in 2014. 8 years later, he was arrested again for sexually assaulting a 10-year-old girl. Fan Man Yi was 23 years old. She had a son. She was trying to build a better life. She was failed by the people who hurt her, by a system that didn't listen the first time, and by a world that only learned her name because of the object her killers chose to hide her in. Remember her name, not the doll. Her name, Fan Man Yi. If this case shook you, share it. Subscribe to Scribble Time Crime for more full reconstructions like this one, because the stories that are hardest to tell are the ones that most deserve to be heard.